All right, hey team, welcome to our Wednesday night call. It is September 18th. Thank you for dealing with me. We are 4 minutes late. I appreciate it. If you guys are able to turn on your cameras, I hate nothing more than people having their cameras off or not having their faces shown on the team call. And also make sure you are off your phones. I know this is an Instagram training, but I need you guys to be present on the call and be here for it because we're going to go over a lot of stuff. So real quick, a couple of things that are happening really quickly. The work, 6 weeks of the work, it does launch here in a couple weeks. I believe the challenge packs become available next week that you can start purchasing. You can't hear me. I'm working. I don't think that your sound is on. If somebody can help her, that would be great. I did post an FAQ in the team page, so make sure you guys read about that. If you come to me asking me questions, I am going to send you straight to the FAQ because all of your information is there. Also, if you check your online office, it'll be in the coach breaking news as well. So we are back from Orlando. We had a great time, amazing weather. Everything turned out really good. And I went over this training with the people that were at the retreat, and we did it in person. Sorry, I keep looking down to see if this final link uploaded so I can put it in my slides. But I did it present with everybody that was there at the retreat, and we went over it, and they'll share their thoughts at the end, or they'll share them in the chat box if they want to. And I think a lot of time I do trainings and people like don't believe me or don't listen to what I have to say or don't think what I'm doing isn't working. Brad, you're being weird. Just kidding, Brad. Or they think it's not working, or they think that I don't know what I'm talking about. But if what you're doing isn't working for you, why wouldn't you try something new? So, okay, I'll be here, Taylor. So tonight I'm going to go over Instagram. So if you guys have been watching my Instagram stories in the last week, they've changed dramatically. They look better visually. You can watch them without sound and know what I'm talking about. My engagement is through the roof. Hey, look, finally it went through. My engagement is through the roof. I am having DMs in my inbox on a regular basis. I am hearing from more people. Just in my views have gone up tremendously. So now that I have my slides complete, I can do a screen share. So I'm going to do a screen share with you guys. And I have slides and I have videos and I have how-tos on everything that I've been doing. And I will walk you guys through it. So if you guys have questions during the call, please put them in the chat box and then I will answer them at the very end. Allie, you're on my screen. Can you see this? Okay. So tonight we're going to be talking about how to Insta story like a boss. This isn't giving you tips on how to find more people. This is getting you tips on how to make your Insta stories visually pop. There are over 3 million people that watch Insta stories every single day. 3 million people that watch them. That is insane. So you need to make sure your stories are grabbing people's attentions. There are so many times when I get to somebody's stories and I automatically swipe because I don't want to listen to the 3 minutes of them talking nonstop and I have no idea what they're saying and I don't know what's going to happen. Is it exciting? Is it sad? What's happening? So tonight I'm going to tell you how I have switched that in my stories. And like I said in the very beginning of the call, there's going to be coaches that are literally not going to take any piece of this training and apply it, and they'll still come in the team page 2 months from now like, oh my gosh, I have no engagement and my views aren't up and I don't know what I'm doing. It's because you're not applying the things that I'm teaching you. Guys, the things that I teach you, I don't teach you just because I want to blow smoke out of my ass. I teach it because it's working for me. It's working for others. So why wouldn't you do it? So if what you're doing isn't working, why keep doing it? And if you're not on the Success Club board every single month and you're not rank advancing and you're not adding new followers and you don't have DMs in your inbox every single day, then what you're doing is not working. So tonight we're going to talk about how can you make that happen. So I feel like we should all know this, but just in case we don't, Instagram stories are here to tell a story. Got that? They're here to tell a story. They're not just here just to post and go away. You're telling a story. So one of the biggest tips that I have for you guys, and I know some people will be like, wait, what? Is don't post right away. So what I mean by that, maybe you're at the zoo. Maybe you're at Disney World. Maybe you're out for a hike. Maybe you're just doing a workout. But do not post it. Do not do it and then post right away. Instead, make your video and save it. And then go back to do them later. Maybe in 10 minutes, maybe in 15, maybe when you can put in more effort into your story. Because it's a lot easier to tell a story backwards. So it's easier to tell people what happened after the moment has passed. And this also allows you to become a better storyteller. Come on. So now for the goods. So I'm going to go back and forth and sharing. So I actually have up on here, I have my Instagram stories from today. And I'm going to walk you guys through today with no sound. So you guys can get an idea of what I am talking about. Because oddly enough, 80% of people listen to Insta stories without sound. So if they're not listening with sound and they come to your story, if they watched your story right here, right now, would they have any idea what you're talking about? So these are my stories for the day. Watch this. That's not going to work. This was working earlier. I'm going to be so mad if it doesn't work now. Seriously? All right, hold on one second, guys. It was literally just working earlier where I could watch the stories on my TV. Really? Really? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I had this up. That stinks. Like I had it like completely ready to go. Bear with me, guys. Gotta love social media, right? All right, let's try this again. Like I literally just had it up earlier and it was like showing it on my screen. Okay. Well, I'm glad that works. Now, how do I get this to work? Cool, 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 cool. Okay, well, I guess I can show you guys examples of this. So here are like examples of stories that I've had in the past, guys. Like, cool, picture of Evelyn. That's cool. Like, it doesn't grab your attention. It's just a picture of Evelyn. Her going up the thing, like things like that. And I have it without sound. So like you guys, like, I mean, obviously with Evelyn, it's a little bit different, but like, cool, another picture. Awesome. So I really wish I could get this to work. It's really annoying that it's not. Gotta love technology. Okay, well, you can go back and watch my stories after the call. So I'm going to share with you guys, and I have videos to show you how I've been doing the things that I have been doing, because it's not as easy to like just pull my screen up and show you guys. So here's a picture that I posted earlier. Normally, I'm going to probably say before I started doing the way I was doing my stories, this would be what you would see. And in the chat box, I want you guys to put a chat is like this something that you would show. Like you would just show your Energize in a cup, and maybe not this exact picture, but you get what I mean. Would you just show your shaker cup and just the Energize in it? Or would you just share your tub or putting the scoop in it? And if nobody replies, then that means that we're not sharing and we need to be sharing. I really want you guys to participate in this call, so please. All right, yep, did it today. Have my shaker cup. I did. So if you're an insider watching and you're like, hey, cool, I may get a message like, hey, where'd you get your cup from? So how did I take this photo that probably doesn't capture anybody's attention to this? So this is what the photo looks like on my Insta stories today, guys. So I took that photo and I made it visually appealing. I made it pop. It's my mama juice. It's going down. I've got my lightning bolt. I've tagged the person that I've purchased the cup from. I'm highlighting the yellow powder. Like I have made it go from just a picture to just this. So also in the chat box, guys, I would love to hear from you. What captures your attention more? And be honest. Would just the plain picture capture your attention, or does this capture your attention more? So how did I do that? Okay, so here, sorry, I just made these slides. So that grabs your attention. People want to know, what is mama juice? Before it was just a cup and a canister, but now it's so much more. So I'm going to walk you guys through. There's no sound now, so I'm going to walk you guys through on how I did it. So I took the picture with my camera, guys, and all I did was upload the photo. And you go to GIFs, I typed in circle for the little circle that's around it, and I picked it. I made it a little bit bigger. I placed it around the scoop. Boom, there it is. Now I'm going to type in the words. Caps, I like caps. It draws my attention, and I use the strong font. It's the very first word. So Mama Juice, I typed out going down. I'm going to center it down on the bottom. And because you can barely see the white, I'm going to make it into black, and then I'm also going to add some drawings underneath. So all I choose, guys, is the pen option at the top. And then I paused it really quickly so I could walk you through. I pick the pen option, I make it a little bit thicker, and then I choose what color I want. And yes, they have the colors all the way on the bottom for you, but I like to choose different colors. I'm more of a pastel-y sometimes. So I chose the background. I'm going to scribble it along the background. So now the black font pops on top of the pink font on the back. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to add a little bit of a bolt to it. So now I just type in bolt and I go and find one that I like. GIFs are amazing. So now I found my bolt and I'm just going to like kind of center it to where I want it to be. This obviously isn't the exact one I had earlier because I was trying to figure it. Now I want to point them into the direction of the cup. So I've got the arrow and then I'm going to tag the account. I'm going to put it in black and I'm just going to shrink it down a little bit more. So in literally, this took me, and it probably took me a little bit longer because I want to make sure I went slowly. Oh, and I added a location and I added Ontario, Ohio. I've been popping with London, Ontario lately. Go find your own city. Don't take mine. I tagged the location. So I don't know if you guys saw at the end. All I did was tag the location and then I minimized it. This took me 1 minute to do. So I gave it more effort instead of just posting this quick picture. Took me 1 minute to do. And it doesn't take me that long normally because I've become so much better at doing it. 1 minute. Now I've captured somebody's attention. I've made them want to see more info. I've made them want to see a better idea of what I'm posting. And I'm going to try to go through actually real quick, guys, and download my stories from today. So that way we can go through it at the very end with you guys. So literally a minute. Okay. So that's a how-to of do it. And this is going to be more of a quick like how-to because I really want to answer questions for you guys and I want to get this other one posted. Cool. What is going on? I got to love social media sometimes. So what story can you tell? So instead of just posting a video of your workout with no text, what can you share with them? Can you share that you struggled today? Can you share that I'm uploading my videos from today really quickly, guys, so that way I can show it to you guys. Can you share a struggle that you did with your workout? How can you bring people to your page? Think of people that you watch on a daily basis on your stories. Is it because their stories grab your attention? Is it because you love what they're doing? Like there's a reason that you go to their page on a daily basis. You want the same for other people. You want to bring other people in. You want to bring engagement outside from just doing a poll. Do you want to join me? Yes or no? I have not done a poll like that in days, and I'm in the middle of setting up 3 different challenge packs because I'm bringing new people in that are watching my stories. My views have gone up from roughly about 800 a day to about like 1,700 a day in the last week of changing the way that I do my stories and giving more effort and doing more and trying harder. It's not, and I enjoy it. Like I was watching Ashley Bearwald's stories the other day and we're doing this Instagram double down on your DM challenge. And she even said it and I loved it. She's like, I actually want to go back and watch my stories. Like I'm not bored by my own stories. And I'm sure other people do this. And I see the chats, guys, and I promise I'll get to them. I watch my stories and I go back at the end of the day. And I'm loving what I'm seeing. And I'm loving what I'm seeing that the girls at the retreat also applied. It's just giving a little bit more effort and doing a little bit more and just wanting to compel and bring people in and tell them a story. So I am going to walk you guys through 2 stories that I did right before this call. So it's about a 3-minute video, but I'm going to walk you through on exactly what I did step by step. And I'm going to look at the chats really quickly. Exactly. So more making it visibly pop. Think of a magazine. Would you guys go look at a magazine if it was boring, if the pictures didn't pop, if they didn't have bold print, like to tell you what the highlight of that, what the, not the highlight, guys, sorry, like what the topic of it is, chances are no, you wouldn't, because you would just be looking at a book with thin font. Like, and magazines wouldn't sell if that's the way it is. So why should they watch you? Why should they come follow you? Why should they engage with you? So I have a video on here on how I turned a 30-second video of me just talking, instead of it just being my face, into visually appealing and more. And I'm not going to talk while it goes through, because I want you guys, oh, what is happening right now? To watch it. So I'm going to go through and let you guys watch really quickly, and then ask any questions that you have up in the chat.
One of my favorite things about coaching is sharing with others and teaching them what I'm doing, what's working for me. And so tonight I'm talking about Insta, all the things I've been doing, and sharing them the tips and the tricks and how I've been doing it. And I created a bomb. So one of my favorite things about coaching is sharing with others and teaching them.
So all I'm doing is I'm adding a border, and I'm showing you guys in it how I've added the border. And I will add I'm going to actually put this, can I put this on? Because you don't need to hear me talking. And I will add the videos straight into the team page. So what I've done is I've added a border, and I've shown you guys in this video how to do the border as well. And now I'm going to add a caption of what I am talking about. That way, if somebody is watching the story, just like we are right now, without any sound, they have an idea of what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about my favorite things that I'm sharing with others and training to help them with their business. And this one's going to go a little bit slower just because I had to go back and edit my words. So I always do mine in caps now, and I always use the first font that pops up. I believe it is called Strong. So I've got that. I've got my wording. Let me wait for me to figure out my English over here. All right, so I've got my wording. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the shadow behind it as well, because I want it to pop and I want the words to grab people's attention. So I made it a little bit bigger, and I'm just going to put my font. And you guys can tell if you watch my stories, I gravitate towards pastel colors. That's just a little bit about what I do. The other thing I'm showing you guys now is how I overlay my two fonts. So I've got my favorite things in white, and then I'm like, oh, I want to add another color. Nope, not feeling the pink. So I decided, I think I did like a soft orange, like a corally color. So all I do is I pick the new color. So I picked my orange, and I kind of maximize it and I put it over. It's not perfect. And so it has that overlay shadowy effect. Now I'm like, I need a GIF, because GIFs, people love GIFs. It's just like emojis. People love it. So I found an Instagram one. I'm just going to pop it right up there. So now what I do is I go to the next one, and I make sure I do the border on both back to back, because it just saves the colors that I have. And that way my stories, you can kind of tell when I post them all together, because all of my borders are all the same. Again, if you're not listening to sound, I'm just saying I'm so pumped to share. I'm a visual learner, so I try to do the same. And this is where I'm going to get people to engage in my stories now. Instead of adding a like a poll of say, yes, no, join me, like things like that, I'm now going to ask like, yep, I'm a visual learner. And now I can get to know my audience better too, and find out if 90% of my audience also is a visual learner. So I know that what I'm doing to my stories is working. So I've got the poll. I'm going to put that on now. And then I'm going to put an arrow. I'm going to grab their attention so they gravitate towards the poll. I just type in arrow. Y'all, you can find GIFs for literally everything. So I've got my arrow, and then I'm asking them like, which one are you? Like, I want to know, which type of learner are you? So I think I put, are you too? And I'm going to put a little highlight behind that. Boom. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to change the color because I want it to pop again. And it needs a little something. It needs a little bit more flair. So all I do is I go up, I swipe, I type in GIF, and I add a laptop. I just try to find a GIF that goes along with what I am doing. And then I share. And that's it. So I shared this not too long ago, right before the call, and it already has people voting on it. I'm already grabbing people's attention. So before I go through, I'm going to walk you guys through my stories for today. So you guys can get like a rough idea of what I'm talking about grabbing people's attention. And we're going to watch it without sound. And I want you guys in the chat box to let me know, like, does this grab your attention? Did you get the gist of what I was trying to share? Did it make you want to come back and watch more? And yes, I know it's 5 minutes of it, but you're on a team call, so you're okay. So I've got the morning ritual going down. Every single morning, I got something with my pre. I used a filter. Y'all, it's okay to use filters. It's fun. It adds a pop of color. I've got the poll thingy so I can ask people, like, did they think Evelyn was just as adorable saying good morning? 155 people swiped over. Again, if you can't listen without sound, I'm just talking about my workout. I'm saying what today's workout is, which was wrong. My husband told me wrong. And I'm just a day behind. So I've got the filter. So this group of stories is very cohesive because it has the entire filter on it. And today I did a work with me Wednesday. So I'm going to share with them what I do throughout the day. I've got like another GIF on there. Both of those are GIFs. Like I just typed in to do and now I've got a GIF, and then I typed in line and I've got the dots. So I asked people, I want to know, did they like the change? 80 people said they love the change. I had 75 people tell me that it grabs their attention. So they know that I'm doing a team call tonight that I'm sharing with all the fun things. But first, Mama Juice going down. Again, guys, these two things, I layered the but first. So it grabs your attention. And then the little confetti thing and the line, they're both gifts. You can find hundreds and hundreds of thousands of gifts. I'm probably saying it wrong, but we're going to go with it on Instagram. And then next up is going to be my workout, guys. So I've got the same color border on both of them. Clearly, you can tell my legs are, I got holy legs. I put in a flame. That's what the pink flame is. And then Evelyn comes creeping in my video today. Again, same border, very cohesive. It's all together. And I just said somebody wants to love on today. And I got so many messages from mamas saying like that they love seeing Evelyn work out and that I keep going with the flow. And I even put like mom life. Like sometimes you just got to pause to give the cuddles. And then in the next video, it goes right into me doing the move. Slowly, 15 seconds goes by really slowly, very quickly. And I just go right into the move. And it says that and right back at it. Mamas, don't let them be the reason why you don't work out. Let them be the reason you do work out. So here I'm just talking. I had to show off a sports bra that I have. I gave people a chance to interact with me. I had quite a few people do the swipe up. I'm talking about the company, how supportive, like supporting other people. I shared my code. So they have a swipe up feature. We're just going to go past this. Check her out. And then I'm talking about how I have to mow. I've got my stuff, get stuff done. And then I'm sharing with people that it's work with me Wednesday. So I'm going to share behind the scenes of my entire day. I've got my laptop and I've got my lines again. So you don't see me for a while. There's no border. It's all cohesive. Now, Evelyn's down for her nap. I've got my purple border, and every part of these stories all has the purple border. And again, if you can't listen, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sharing what's happening on my day. I'm sharing what I'm doing right now, and I've got the gifts that grab your attention as well. I talk about my mom packets when I'm not being on my phone, when I try not to be working, and then just a pretty productive day. I've got my checklist, and all I did to have the white border behind the purple border is I just minimized the video a little, guys. So I went back a little. For this one, just talking about my desk, it's nothing pretty, but I made it visually appealing by putting a little bit of color on top of it, having the print, the font or the text behind it. And then I've also got a GIF on there saying, I've got this. Back from whatever we were doing. Again, I've got the same color border. Again, these are going to all be cohesive. They're all the same color border. I'm talking about Evelyn. Can you tell that I like hoodies and leopard print? How we did errands, things like that. I'm talking about normally I wouldn't work this time of the day because I just told them earlier that I normally wouldn't work. I shared a sweater. And this is another way, guys, instead of just sharing something, I'm making it pop. Like, so we see so many times, and I've done this before I started doing this. If I shared something from another person, I just shared their post and that was it. Now I'm adding text and now I'm adding gifts and now I'm like adding motivational stuff behind it. And then we've got the ones from the call. So literally all you guys are doing is making your stories more visually appealing. And I know people are going to resist and people are going to be like, I don't want to do this. This is ridiculous. That's cool. Like you can resist and not do it, but you also have to accept that people are going to move on from your stories. They're not going to pay attention. If you want engagement, if you want people messaging you outside of you asking for a poll or saying, hey, message me for more information, you have to get people to engage with you. And guys, this isn't going to happen overnight. You have to be consistent. You have to be showing up every single day. I see too many coaches that literally post their workouts and then they're gone until the next morning. That doesn't make me want to come watch. I can go watch workouts in my virtual gym, in my accountability group. Same with other people. They can go watch workouts from 25,000 other coaches. Why should they watch you? So on stories, you can hold up, it holds up to 10 stories at once. So if you're going past 10, Instagram will actually stop you. I just pick cities at random. I test them. I rarely do my hometown. Right now I'm doing London, Ontario. Sorry, Kristen, I'm moving down your market because that's where I get a lot of views right now. So I test out different cities. And I actually told the girls this. I picked the same city for a week. So I keep popping up in that same city over and over and over for a week. And then I move on to a new city for a new week. And if you're not adding locations and hashtags to all of your stories and then getting them out of the view, you can't reach new people. New people can't find you. You have to be doing that. Yep, save your stories as you're working on them. So guys, if you go to your Instagram account, guys, and I'll try to show you the best that I can. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So I've tested it, or I've put it up. There's this little arrow right here, guys. It's like this little save arrow. And what it's going to do is it's just going to download that video or that picture straight to your phone. So then when you want to go do it, all you do is you swipe up, and now mine's taking a while because I have 10,000 photos loading. I can pick what I want to upload. So like for my workouts, I upload them straight from my camera roll, and then I share those. I bought those off Etsy, the highlight covers. If you just go to Etsy and you type in Instagram bio highlights, I bought them. I didn't have time to make them. I bought them. Yeah, Sarah or Alicia does do a good job. And I see a lot of people that literally just share the highlight reels of the workouts. Y'all, don't do that. Be real life. Like, share. Like, when I was on the tree, I ate all the things. I gained 6 pounds in 5 days. Don't worry, I'm down 2.2. I'm not worried. I'll lose it. I enjoyed myself. I had fun and I had no regrets. And I shared all of that while I was gone on the retreat. I shared the donuts. I shared the Dole Whip. I shared the ice cream. I shared the wine. People don't want a fitness robot. They want somebody that they can connect with. And they don't connect with fitness robot people. I even said that I introduced myself yesterday on my stories. If you have not introduced yourself in a while, you need to. You need to reintroduce yourself. But I said, like, on my stories, I'm like, team no salad. And I had 10 different messages from people, and I'm not exaggerating. 10 messages like, yes, team no salad. Like, no, thank you. Like, they wanted to see the real people. So I'm visually appealing. Me too. Sometimes I save and go back, and sometimes I don't, Nicole. So like the one that I did right before the call, I just edited it while I was in there. Now, like when I was at Disney, I didn't upload everything right away because I wanted to take the extra time and effort to make my stories look visually appealing. If you do not have the extra 20, 30 seconds to do it in the moment, save and upload later. No one's going to know that you are uploading a story that you made 4 hours ago. No one. You're literally the only person that's going to know. Put in the extra effort so you can get the engagement back. Okay. Without sound, loving it without the sound, loving it. Yeah, so Ashley and I are doing, I don't know who else is doing it. We're doing a 5-day free challenge. So I learned a lot of this. I think her name's Ashley Bendon, Beadon. Maybe Ashley can type it in for me. And I started watching her stories and I saw the things that she was doing. And instead of somebody doing a how-to video on how to do it or like wondering, oh my gosh, how are they doing it? I YouTubed that shit and I figured it out on my own. Y'all, you got to take ownership and figure it out on your own and quit waiting for me to do the trainings. And then I joined her 5-day free challenge and I'm probably going to buy her training because it's amazing. And my engagement has gone way up. Way up. And I have DMs in my inbox every single morning of people that are engaging back in my stories. I shared my love of Costco tacos yesterday. And I had so many messages from people like, oh my gosh, I love those tacos. Like those are the best. Like I have to find them. Yes. And it brings them back to life. People come to you for a reason. Bring them back, coming back for more. Why should they watch your stories? How do you know if they're viewing you? So guys, on your stories, y'all, you guys should know this. I've taught this. So if you go back and watch your stories, you can go back. All you have to do is swipe up on your own story. It's the same way you would find out who's voted on your polls and things like that. So for example, I tagged Toronto in my last one, and I also used hashtag Mom Life Be Like. Whoa, isn't that a song? Not Mom Life Be Like, but there is a be like, yeah, Ashley gets me. She's like, oh yeah, I got it. I got it. But I had 11 views from that hashtag Mom Life Be Like. I had 15 views from the Canada story, and I had 23 views from the Toronto story in a video that I uploaded 30 minutes ago. So I got an extra 60-ish views from people that are not following me that found me because I used a hashtag and I used a location. So if you guys aren't believing me about adding a hashtag and a location, I don't know how else to tell you guys to do it. Okay. Yeah. Hashtag gain weight. Okay. Alex Bennon. Yes. Love YouTube. I use Jasmine Star on my phone. I don't know who that is. My left be like, whoa. See? Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So what questions do you guys have? Is this something that you're like, no, I'm not doing, and you probably won't even admit to you that you're like, no, I'm not doing this. Because if you are like that, again, don't come to the team page or to me or to whoever in a couple months down the road and you're wondering why things aren't working for you. You have to adapt. You have to change. This is a world of social media, and Instagram stories is where it's at right now. I don't even post on Facebook except for like a sweaty selfie if I remember every single day. I post on Instagram, and you can't just post in your stories, guys. You need one post a day in your feed. You have to be consistent. You cannot just expect to post 5 stories a day for a week and things be happening. You have to stick with it and go back. Okay. So Kristen, so to go back and see your archive stories, guys, you have to be set up as a business account, and everybody should be set up as a business account. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Go to YouTube and search how to set up your Instagram as a business account. But when you have your Instagram as set up as a business account, you can go back and see old stories. You can look at your insights of your things. So for example, like it'll tell me like my activity for the week. Like my profile alone in the last week has had 204 more visits than it did the week before. And coincidentally, I have been using these tactics for the last week. My impressions has gone up by 2,200 more people. So I have reached a 250,000 people in 1 week. That's a lot of freaking people. And then I know people are going to also come back at me and be like, well, they're not reaching out to me. I'm setting up a challenge pack to somebody that told me she's been watching my Instagram stories for 2 years and she's been creeping on me and has never voted on a poll and never messaged me or anything before. You know why she's messaging me? Because of consistency. You will have people that never vote on a single poll, never answer a single question, but they're watching every single day, and they're watching you for a reason. All right, note to self, battery pack phone. Interactions. I'm doing it. I'm loving it. And I'll be honest, the retreat people that have been doing this, I've been watching your stories and I'm loving it. Like it grabs my attention. And a lot of times, like I also listen without sound, especially if like Evelyn's in the background or we're in the car and I don't want to annoy my husband. And I've been able to know what people are talking about. It's not just another workout video. It's them doing something or they're sharing some motivation or struggle. So I love it. Okay. So does anybody have any questions? No? No questions? One of you is going to come with the question. All right, iTunes, I see you. Sorry, I'm trying to back up my photos. Are we going to try this? Are we going to give this a shot? Did you take a pic? I did not take a picture already, Ashley. I did not take a picture. Um, oh, and then another tip, and I don't know if Laura's, yes, I will, Ashley. If Laura, have you shared anything on your stories today that you were tagged in and shared on your own stories? Laura Moon. She's like, Allie, did you add any frames to it though? Yeah. Okay, guys, I want you to go look at Allie's.
I shared Kristen, and I think I shared Laura's, and I did the color in the background, you mean?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to, Allie, put your Insta handle in the chat box for me. I want you guys to go watch Allie's stories. Because I can't go back and watch archives. And Laura actually taught me this. I love it when people can teach me things. Business there? I don't know what creator is. That wasn't around when I did mine. I just did business. But so what Laura did is, you know how like normally like we just share something and that's it. So what Laura did is she added a fun little frame. So guys, if you go to Instagram and you go into gifts, type in frame, and they give you little frames and you can share different things. And then like I added text. So actually let me pull up Instagram while you guys have that in there. I wonder if it'll let me go watch my Life Made Easy stories, because I've been applying the same thing to oh, maybe if I knew my own Instagram handle. I've been applying the same exact thing to my Instagram, on my business account. So I'll give you guys an idea of what I mean. And because I know a lot of us share like things from our challengers, and we share things from, where is Google Chrome? From like other coaches. So instead of just sharing, no, go back. So here's an example. This was mine that I shared. So I have like arrows that are like pointing to, there's text on here. I don't know why it's coming in black. If you go and look at the story, you'll be able to see it. But I have a story and it's saying like, can you relate? Like, I need this in my life. This is me. This is another one that a customer shared us in. So instead of just sharing the boomerang of what they did, I added a frame to it, and I literally just typed in frame. I added a frame. I put rise and energize, and then I have an arrow going down to it. So it's just a way for it to not just be another share from another person, because I heard from a lot of my followers when I was just sharing what people were tagging me in, they would just keep going back. Like you can see who's just tapping and not watching the full story. It's in your swipe up, guys. You guys can look at that. But now people are watching it because they're reading what I'm saying. They're reading the text that I have, like they're wanting to cheer the other people on. Yeah, exactly, Umber. So yeah. All right. This is your last chance to ask the question. Okay, I'm glad you guys all understand, and no one's gonna post in the team page any questions in 5 minutes. So what I will do is this recording will get uploaded to the team page as well. And then I will also upload the individual YouTube links to the examples that I did of these guys for you. And if you guys get and you start to do your stories and you're like, oh, Ashley, how do you do this? Just post in the team page, because I can screen record what I'm doing and I can walk you guys through it and show you guys how I'm doing it. It'll take a little bit more time. It'll make you think about your stories. It'll make you think about what you're sharing. Think, does anybody give two shits that Lucy is barking at a squirrel? I think I just used Ashley's dog name on accident. I just like picked a dog. Is it Lucy? Is that her name, Ashley? No. Okay. I was like, there must be somebody I follow that's a dog's name Lucy. But it'll make you think twice. But hopefully it makes you excited, Lacey, to go back on Insta, to go back on stories. My Instagram stories were a little dry there for a while because I was like, this is kind of boring. Like, I don't know what to share. And people be like, oh, my life be boring. We'll make it exciting on Insta stories with gifts and rainbows and bold ass font. Bring life back to your stories. Bring life back to Instagram. Make yourself want to go and watch them. And give it more than a week, guys. It's going to take time. But sometimes we got to go with the trends. And this is what is working right now. And I went back and I watched like my old stories, like from before weekend. I was like, man, why did anybody watch me? Like, I wouldn't even want to watch myself. And like even Ashley Bearwold, I've even noticed like it's brought life back into her business, and you may not reap the benefits right away, but I see her excited again. I see her excited to share. I see her excited to talk about coaching, to share what she's doing. So yeah, that's all I got, guys. Let's take a quick photo. I'll just take a quick photo. I'm just going to do it like this. Now for my people. Oh, ironically, everybody that's had their camera off suddenly has their camera on for a picture. How ironic is that shit? All right, guys, you ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. I'll upload that to the team page and then go look at my stories in a couple of minutes and see how I did that instead. All right, guys, I am not giving you a call to action, but I do ask that if you decide to start using this, I want you, when you wake up tomorrow, to go through and see how many views you had and start tracking. You can put in your BAT, you can put in your planner. I usually look at my numbers from 24 hours ago, because like right now, if I look at my numbers from this morning, they're about at 800. But I know when I wake up, they'll be a lot higher because obviously people are still catching up from the day. So I want you to go back and I want you guys to look and see what your numbers, how much they've increased. 30 to 60 is amazing. So Hannah's doubled her views in just 5 days since I went over this training at the retreat. So I definitely want you guys to keep track, because I think sometimes we expect to see Success Club points, and we expect to see orders, but that's not the only form of success. The form of success is also seeing your views go up. All right, guys. So I will try, anytime I learn something new, I will share it. I've been finding a lot of helpful YouTube videos. Again, if you don't understand how to do something, just post in the team page. Do not message me, post in the team page, and I'll upload a recording to show you guys how to do it. I hope this was beneficial. I hope that this helped you guys. I hope that you took some sort of nugget out of it, because I've had a lot of you like, what are you doing to your stories? Now you know. I'm sharing the Kool-Aid. I'm sharing the secret sauce. All right, you guys have a great evening, and I will see you guys next week. Good night, guys.